just returned from a long training stint in New Zealand with Nick Willis, a very nice track club. How did this go for you? Can you just talk a bit about it?
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Ross. Yeah, it went well. It's been a long, slow process getting back into the running world, so it was kind of a trip over there just to get myself back into kind of the running culture and the professional running scene, and training with the legendary Nick Willis. It's always an honour and a privilege to be able to train side by side him and kind of grasp what he's up to and get me up to the next level. So I was also able to train with a lot of other good, a lot of the other top New Zealand runners, and we just work. We were based in Wellington, just outside in a suburb called Lower Hutt, where Nick was born and bred, and just got into some good hard training. But unfortunately, on my what was second workout over there, I actually rolled my ankle, so I had to take a little bit of time off. But it was just good to be around the blokes and have a good laugh and a just good social running scene.
Nice. And is it at altitude up there?
No, you're right on the sea there, so
Yeah.
you've got I guess the wind is the factor there. So
Yeah.
it's one of the windiest cities in the world. So there's your altitude training,
Nice.
trying to survive the wind and also the hilly terrain.
Nice. Because I remember, I think Nick Willis saying once he hasn't really worked at altitude much. Have you worked up at Falls Creek or at altitude much throughout your career?
Yeah, well, I went to Adams State University, so I was there
Yeah.
for a short period of time. So I spent a lot of time at high altitude.
Yeah.
So that's 7,500 feet, 2,300 meters. So
It's a good amount.
I do enjoy spending a bit of time at altitude at the higher levels. So I've spent only a short period of time at Falls Creek when I was younger, but I lived pretty much on the foothills, born and bred down in the township of Newry, so which is on sea level, but so I don't really go up to Falls Creek because I kind of feel as if I've got that hilly environment where I grew up. But I'll head to Flagstaff as soon as the Australian season's over and get a stint of altitude training in then.
Nice. So talking about the Australian season, what's your plan?
Yeah, pretty much. We come into the Australian season with just taking it day by day. So um, last year I took a long time off, 6 months out of the running world, kind of shut myself off from the world of running and kind of contemplated whether I really wanted to do it anymore because I'd spent since 2010, I'd had pretty much every injury in the book, a couple of surgeries and everything like that. So it was just the frustration had really got to me, but just got back jogging and started to enjoy it and wasn't really doing too much, and then got into the Noosa road race, the 5K up there, and just a bit of a family holiday, and I thought I would jump in it and have a bit of fun, and ran all right. I wasn't too bad. I was able to break 15 minutes off
Yeah.
off 20 miles per week, so it was kind of one of those things you just like, hey, I can still hang it with these guys. So kind of got back into it a little bit more over Christmas, and then Nick said come on over, so I joined the guys over in New Zealand and come out and ran 4 minutes for the mile off not much training at all. So I'm
Yeah.
like, well, I've still got that talent and I've still got that burning desire to see how far I can go. So we'll race it. Hopefully I can get into Sydney. So I'd like to run Sydney and see kind of where I am against the top guys and then the Australian champs. But I'm not taking it too serious. It's kind of like whatever happens is a bonus.
Yeah.
But being an Olympic year, I'd love to make Olympics, but realistically, from the position I come from, it would be a bit of a miracle, really, if I was able to make that team. But impossible is nothing.
Yeah. So talking about your injuries and your road back, so you've been injured on the way back, and then you've got injured again. So is it something? Obviously, you never get used to it, but you seem to be a bit more accepting of the process and be, saying whatever happens, happens. Can you just talk a bit about that?
Yeah, it's one of those things. I don't think I've ever been accepting of an injury.
No.
It's it's tough mentally, and I
Yeah.
think the last one was really, really tough mentally. But it's just one of those things that you kind of just have to go back and just smell the roses and take day by day and not I've just had to learn in these times, not to think too far ahead.
Yeah.
And I think, in the past, while I was young, I ran so fast and people were so excited, what can this kid do? Um, but yeah, I've just had to learn to just take day by day, and it's kind of nice now because those days are long gone kind of thing. I'm 26 years of age now, so I'm not that kid anymore. So it's kind of, whatever happens is a bonus at the moment. But obviously people still believe in me, and I think that's what helped me a lot to get myself back on that road.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, obviously, you haven't even reached your peak, like at 26, so that's a good thing. And having been injured, it means your body's had some time off, so that's got to help as well.
Yeah, absolutely. My two training partners, Nick and Will Leary, they're hitting their peak in their early 30s, and if
Yep.
anything, Nick's just getting stronger and stronger. So who knows what he's going to be able to achieve in the next few years. So, they're running their personal best in their 30s, and I think that's kind of a bit of a credit to Ron's system. And it's just something I've just got to work through these tough periods, and I'm going to come stronger out at the end. But I just got to focus on day to day right now.
Yeah. So talking about Ron's system, what's the kind of basis of that? Is it just consistency, which is pretty obvious, but is there anything kind of finite or specific in there?
Yeah, he's still that old school Vietnam vet. So, it's
Yep.
still that old school, which I love. He's a real character, and there's no more charismatic kind of character in the running world than Ron Warhurst. So, it's pretty amazing to have that guy as my coach. Um, and he's also just a mentor and a good mate. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
While I was taking all that time off and contemplating whether I really wanted to keep on doing this, he was calling me up and just having a general chat about life and nothing to do with running. So um, you know that's the big thing with him, and he has a long leash. So we're all individual characters. Nick, of course, is. Will, of course, is, and I am. So we're kind of here, there, everywhere around the world, and we're not always in Ann Arbor together. So he kind of lets us do our own thing in his way, but is always there to guide and mentor us. But he's still got his own, he's got his unique style of training. He's developed the world famous Michigan workout, and
Yep.
he's got a really good system that's very periodized based. And I think that's probably why you see a lot of Ron's athletes come out later in the season when it's championship time and really start to drop their times a lot, while early in the season they might not be running super fast, but then at the end of the season, you'll see some fast times from his guys.
Nice. All right. So you're back in your hometown in Victoria right now. You've recently started the Tan Track Club. Can you talk a bit about this?
Yeah, so spent a fair bit of time down in Melbourne, and to get myself back running, I started out a 3D motion analysis program down at South Yarra Spine and Sports Medicine, which is probably the leading physical therapy clinic in Melbourne these days. So it's really kind of a clinic open to the public, which was once only catered. The Victorian Institute of Sport was really the only clinic that was available. That was only available to the professional sports men and women around Victoria. So it's kind of it's got a 3D motion analysis. So they got me on there, and Dr. Steve Hewitt followed me through the biomechanical process, and has got I got on there, and we all thought my technique was pretty good, and then you could see in motion it does look pretty good, but when you got on the 3D analysis, one lead was pointing the other way, and you could see why my whole body was kind of getting broken down after breaking down. So we went through a series of real slow programs, so that put me out for a lot longer as well. Not doing any running and just doing basic exercises to get the whole body mobilizing in the correct way. And they've got me back on track and got me running pain free for really the first time in 5 years. So we developed the Tan Track Club outside that. So through that, we've got the 3D motion analysis program, we've got the physical therapy care, we've got the massage, and we've also got the coaching, which is what I look after. So we kind of got virtual online coaching, which we've got coaches kind of from around the world I can consult with and to make sure you've got the best running program out there to get you to your next to complete your next marathon or to complete your next marathon in your personal best time, or you want to complete an 800 meter PB or so I've got a coaching program through it too, which is the Tan Track Club.
Nice. Well, that sounds fantastic. Look, so final question. Do you what's your favourite training location in the world? You're a journeyman. You've trained New Zealand, Arizona, Adams State, the bush out your way.
Yeah, yeah, I do love training back here at home in Newry. We're right on the foothills, so I can just literally run 5 minutes down the road and I'll be straight on the Great Dividing Range.
Yeah.
So I do enjoy that, especially when I've been away for a long time, and
Yeah.
it's kind of
Yeah.
nice to get away from training partners in a way. Just that freedom of running by yourself.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
But I do love the training environment when it's warm in Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
But yeah, at this time of year, I kind of stay as far away as I can. But yeah, kind of Ann Arbor and Newry, I guess, would be my two favourite training locations.
Nice. And talking about just going for a long run by yourself, what do you generally meditate on the long Sunday runs? Just various things. Any the meaning of life?
Poor, too much. I'm just on the lookout for black panthers and snakes and that. So out here, yeah, it's a bit wild. So that's about. I don't know. You're just going through your own thought processes and whatever's on your mind, whatever's going to get you through that run or up that hill. So yeah.
But growing up in a more remote location, you're obviously comfortable, going and doing the training by yourself.
Yeah, it's one of those weird things growing up in Newry. When I was younger, I was like, running was my escape, my way of seeing the world. Growing up in a town where there's one main street and that's about all there is. So it was kind of my escape, but coming back home, I love it. So I love coming back and just getting back on those trails and roads, and I am comfortable. My brother was a good runner who's 4 years older than me, but growing up, he was a fair bit better than me, and then he went off to university, and then I was kind of out there just running by myself. So I don't know, I'm a bit of an individual, a bit of a hermit, I guess.
Yeah.
So I enjoy that time by myself.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll come and invade that time and film a workout any day with you.
Absolutely. Yeah, that'd be awesome, Ross. Yeah, look forward to it.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Craig. All the best. I really, really hope you can go well this season and achieve your goals. And yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Anytime.